Well, it is football season. Finally.
That looks so bad. That looks so bad. That was supposed to be like a cheer, but it just came.
Well, that's how excited we are. Week 1's here. We sent out a massive form. We got some results in. Some good ones, I guess. I don't know.
There was at least like 1 out of 10 good responses for each of them because my responses were well thought out. And
they probably weren't very good for like the first 10. And then those last 4 questions, you really put your all into it.
Yeah, suspiciously after you locked up that number 1 off-season slot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is he? I get it now.
It's all right, folks. First episode of the season. We're all a little slow, some more so than others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can run fast. What are you talking about?
Final standings. If we look at the average, it's going to be me, Kevin, not Jacob, Aaron, Jacob, Chris, Colt, Chase, Garrett, Miller, Alex.
All the C's are right next to each other.
One thing I'd like to point out is that me and Chris do have the same average at 5.1, but I'm in front. It's probably Bo that chose it, but I take those wins. So that's right.
Yeah, I mean,
you're worse than me, Chris.
Colt and Chase were also tied there at 6.1, and all I did was just look at who had the most votes above like 4, and it was barely you above Chris and barely Colt above Chase. You can really see how spread out some of these votes were. Chase getting a first place, a 4th place, and then also getting 2 and 9th. Like, it's just everywhere. Same with Colt, all over the place. 5 of Miller's in 9th and 7 of Alex's in 10th, though. So that is the most sure picks that everybody made there. 4 votes were for Garrett in 6th. Almost half the league thinking that Garrett's going to crack that playoff spot.
I think if last season is anything to go off of, those last couple slots are going to come down to the end of the season. I mean, it was up in the air pretty much the whole way last year. I think we're finally getting to that point of like league parity where that 5-6 spot is really, really up in the air.
Chase put Garrett at 6th, and he also put Chris in 8th. So he thinks Chris has fallen a lot.
Yeah.
To be fair, I also put Garrett in 6th and Chris in 7th. So I think me and Chase both think that it's going to be Chris's first time missing the playoffs.
Chris, I just want to let you know I put you at 4th. I still have full faith in you. So
I had you
should take it easy on me.
I had you making the playoffs at 6th. So you can't take it easy, but I have you still making the playoffs.
That's fair. Yeah, I also put Colton 4th. I think he has a pretty good team, but I think being in the Tops division is going to be way harder on that team. I think if he was in the bottoms, he could pull an Aaron from last season where get enough wins to get the bye week, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it with this tough schedule.
Yeah, I mean, Colt's definitely more comfortable as a bottom. I think we're all aware of that. But yeah, I think being in the Tops, it's going to be a bloodbath. So it wouldn't surprise me if Colt missed the playoffs, but it also wouldn't surprise me if he makes it.
Also, just wanted to touch base on, Jacob, you were saying you put Chris in 6th. Chris put you in last place.
Yep. He's scared. That's what it is. That's all it is. He's scared.
He also put Colt in 9th. So Alex in 8th. Colt, then you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, we all know that he just kind of like and then called it.
Maybe. Or maybe he hates young players. You both have young players. Maybe he's just like, nah, Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce and the in the homes themselves. We need the elders.
Yes, you do. That's right.
He said the thing.
Yeah.
Kevin, you have you and Jacob 1st and 2nd.
Yep. I think the Mile High City is going to run this league this year. I think I'm going to come out on top. That's the way I prefer it.
I also put us next to each other in my votings, but 4th and 5th.
Yeah, no faith in us, Jacob. What the hell?
Well, see, the trick is you hide the true skills and you trick fate to think that you don't believe in yourself, but then so it happens because you're not like doing things wrong.
Alex has Mir at 4th. That's
That's
his highest placement.
Yeah, Miller has 2 votes in the playoffs. One, Chris put him at 6th, and then Alex put him in 4th, and Alex put himself at 1st, so this is the one to look at.
Yes.
And he put Colt dead last. The bottom four: Aaron, Chris, Chase, Colt.
He kept all the C's together. It's happening again.
I like Alex's playoffs. All three elders, and then himself, Miller, and Garrett as the other three. Him and Garrett have
Yeah.
not made the playoffs, and Miller doesn't feel like he's made the playoffs. Colt put Chris in fourth. He put himself in first, but he can't disrespect too much Chris because he knows what's coming if he does. And you will notice that Chris put Colt in ninth. He doesn't care at all. He's like, you are no threat. In his head, that makes the most sense. He's like, have we ever seen Colt win a game? I don't recall a win.
Right.
I will read Colt's here. I won't be able to do him justice for his comment on his standing. It is in all
I need
caps.
you to read it just like Colt would. Do your best.
It is time to reclaim what is rightfully mine. I am the OG, the first, the Messiah. I will herald a new dynasty that will put you all in your place. May have woken up
That's
trip there.
That was pretty good.
All right, let's move on to the other questions. Points machine. I got 8 votes. Kevin and Alex got 1 apiece. You guys voted for yourself on those.
If I don't have confidence in me, who will?
You had a pretty specific breakdown there.
Mhm.
Lamar becomes 3-time MVP. McCaffrey leads the league in total yardage, and Tyreek breaks 1,800 yards. So it's your big 3 coming back.
That's my formula, tried and true.
Yeah.
Aaron voted for me, and then for breaking the record, he said, no, always gonna fall short of glory. So just want to throw out there, record is me, Aaron. Okay? All right, next one, schedule misfortune. A little bit more people. Colt and Chris both getting 3. Alex with 2 votes there, and then Kevin Garrett grabbing a couple. Garrett's 1 vote was from Colt, and he put, again in all caps, flip the script, down with the defense. Colt, I said, welcome to the tops moment. That's where I think it's going to come in. I think that we're just going to lay it on him. Well, we, as in me and Kevin. Jacob finished second to last year, so he's not in the tops.
Yeah.
The other 2 votes for Colt were Miller and Aaron, both similar responses. Miller just put get grilled, and Aaron said nobody wants to let that man grill. Sounds like the show is actually being pretty counterproductive for you there, Colt, if this becomes true. And then Chris's 3 votes, Chase, Kev, and Chris himself. Chris saying, because F me.
Honestly, it's kind of funny, Chris's response to that, to then follow it up with why Colt chose Chris for on the bench.
Yeah, let's move over on to on the bench, where Chris only got 1 vote, and it was from Colt.
He said, "F him."
Chris did censor himself there. Colt, all caps. Dark Horse, we had 3 for Garrett and 3 for Colt. Jacob, Colt, and Kevin were the 3 picks for Colt. The 3 votes for Garrett were me, Chase, and Garrett himself. And Garrett said he will at least make the playoffs. After that, he'll go from there. Paper Tiger, good on paper, bad in real life. Chase, let me rephrase. I don't like following that up with Chase.
Bad in real life. Chase.
Good fantasy team on paper, bad fantasy football outcome. Me, Jacob, Kevin, well, us 3, and then Chris. So we 3 put him as the paper tiger. I'm sorry, Chase. And then Garrett said Aaron, and he said Aaron did win last year, but he could see fate going back to the status quo where he's just right there battling for it. He did also add a couple more answers there, saying I could also see Kevin or Chris barely missing randomly. So unnecessary 2 more shots there that he wanted to do. I did want to point out Aaron said Jacob would miss. He said just barely due to luck misses the playoffs, but he thinks you have a great ass team. So I guess he's looked at the pictures of all your players.
It's kind of figured out my way of drafting people now.
Alex put you, Kevin, very specific here. He said everyone will be arrested, season-ending injury, or dead by mid-October. So
Yeah, I mean, if that happens, this is one hell of an NFL season we're about to gear up into.
then moving on to boom or bust team, the 3 votes for Jacob were actually us 3 here. Kevin, good point. Watching for tanking again.
Never tanked in my life.
Debatable.
I did one time in Battlefield, I would think. I think I did drive a tank. That's about it.
Chase with the 2 votes. That was Chase himself and Colt. Chase said, we saw last year, definitely the player's fault. I can put him there, but I can't coach greatness. You just got to have it. And very similar approach from Colt. He said it's 100% Chase's fault. You don't win fantasy football by loafing around.
It's true.
Right. I mean, you can't be a bunch of sandwich eaters. So
League MVP. 3 votes for Kevin. 2 people said Gibbs. You yourself said McCaffrey. And then the 2 votes for Colt said Bijan. Chase said he voted for Garrett, and he said Baker Mayfield. He said he lights that mug up. 4,700 plus passing yards, 44 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions, 400 plus rushing yards, 6 rushing touchdowns, 1 fumble. I mean, come on.
I mean, he spelled it all out for us. So
Rookie of the year, Jacob takes 3 votes, 2 Genty votes. You yourself picked Hampton, though. Why did you not pick Hampton before Genty? That just doesn't make any sense.
I did pick Hampton before Genty. Oh, are you talking about in the draft?
Both votes for Miller were Henderson. Jumping off of the Baker Mayfield thing that Chase said, he voted for me. He said Igbuka because Baker's going to get the MVP. Garrett with Bill.
the preseason favorite, the darling.
And then Alex put Mason Taylor, which I want to go back. League MVP, Alex picked himself. Mason Taylor. He really believes in Mason Taylor. Next up, we had Biggest Bust, which we had a 3-way tie for 2 votes with Chris, me, and Kevin. That's the one I want to be a part of, is the Biggest Bust. Kevin, fair. You said Saquon, leading carries guy, usually falls. Jacob, you 2 voted for me. Jacob said Matthew Golden. Chase picked Kevin. He said Lamar, not for skill because of injury. So he's kind of tying up with Alex's
if Lamar
prediction.
gets hurt, coming for you, Chase, and Alex, I guess. Yeah, if he gets arrested or hurt.
Yeah. And then Colt also picked you, and he said you already know who.
Who?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't actually.
Chris, his 2 votes were himself, saying because again, F me. And then Garrett said Mahomes, fuck him.
Same vein.
Yeah. One more I want to point out. Alex voted for Colt, and he said, I don't remember.
All right.
Favorite winner. 3 votes for Chase there. That would be myself, Colt, and Aaron. Colt said, just fucking look at him. 10% ethanol, unleaded glory. Miller, 2 votes from you 2.
Very similar reasons why, though, too.
For those watching at home, it's because of Hoopd and Boopd.
Yes.
Chris picked Colt, and he said because 0-13 was pretty mean.
Chris, you were directly responsible for that.
Garrett did put a vote in for me. He said because it's Bo's league and he has never won yet. I do want to remind you, I do have half a championship. So
That's right.
But I agree. I would like to have that. And then Alex voting for Aaron. And he said, fellow A name haver. Alex, I don't actually know if you know this yet. Aaron won last year. So you might. Then favorite loser. Unfortunately, me and Chris, 3 votes apiece. I do want to point out, Chris has 2 championships. Kevin also has 2 championships. You're not even on the list. I have half a championship, and I'm tied for the first.
Okay, but look, you should look at my reasoning for why I put you.
I don't know. I don't root for anyone to suck, but I had to pick somebody. Chris, I don't know, but NA wasn't an answer. Chase, feel the pressure of less than 500 season. Tee-hee. All right, so Chase is really... Jacob, Colt, and Alex picked Chris. Jacob, because he already has 2 championships, and I don't live in the same house as him. Fair.
Smart.
Colt, I will not speak of it. And then Alex, because I've hated him forever. They go way back. Grade school.
Yeah, definitely.
Aaron with 2 votes there. 1 from me, because he ruined my Magic season. 1 from Miller. In life, we may like each other, but in fantasy, we are sworn enemies.
Well, to be fair, inversely, Aaron put Miller and said, refer to last season.
Sworn enemies.
I think we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Garrett because he wrote a novel. Garrett said, I don't hate Colt at all. I think he's chill funny. I just noticed that last year we were super close in the rankings for low-key rivals. I didn't make it to the playoffs, but he did, so it'd be nice to see him not be such a competition. My other pick would be Mir, just because I have his old team and want it to be better than his current team. Haha. I love Mir, though. No hate towards any of you guys. I love this league.
He's doing the nice route, like making no enemies, so he can just hey, remember the time I was really nice to you guys? Can you let me get a win here so I can
Trade Shark. Chris, 4 votes up there. Garrett said they don't trade at all. Miller said he never gave me Monty last year. Jacob said not sure he knows where the accept button is located. Chris did vote for Jacob, and his reason was, LOL, I wouldn't know. Window shopper. Chase, 4 votes there. Garrett said that it's Chase to Chris specifically. Aaron said you're always sending them out. And then Kevin Miller also voted for you. Alex in the last one said Miller was Colton calculated. And this one he voted for Colton, said yapper. Also, Chris voted for me, but he did put Bo or Chase probably. So that could have been 5. That could have been half the league saying that Chase is the window shopper there. One more piece. Chase leading that one as well with 3 votes. Will he ever find it? I said, hopefully. Been so close so many times. Jacob, you voted. What did you say?
Prop not.
And then that last vote was Miller, and he said no. Aaron put himself. He said he did last year. So let's see. The question was, who is the team that's always one piece away? Aaron, currently with the latest championship, said he voted for himself. And then Alex voted for himself. Alex is known to be just that one last piece away, and he said this year it's Mason Taylor. He found that last piece.
You know how dumb we're all going to look when Mason Taylor's tied in one?
Waiver wire warrior. 4 for Garrett, 4 for Chase. Me and Jacob saying Chase, it's going to be through trading is where he's going to lose all of his fab. Garrett's votes. Colt said he's going to dump it all in 1 week. Chase said it's going to be a 3-player spread, which, funny enough, Alex voted for Chase, said 3 weeks. Fab Scrooge, another one we are pretty sure about. Only 2 people got votes. Alex with 8 of them. Garrett voted for Alex, said, I don't think I've ever seen Alex spend any fab. And Alex said about himself, I will forget about that aspect of fantasy football. Diamond in the rough. Me and Garrett are not on this one. Everyone else is. Colt and Alex both getting 2 votes. And I will have you know, I said Mason Taylor for Alex. So I'm on board. And then Colt said that he found Bucky last year. This year he found Tesla, which...
And traded him away.
Yeah. So interesting there.
So I got 2 votes for this segment.
True.
Is what I'm hearing. So Colt voted for me.
And then the other vote for Colt was you, Kev, saying Ollie Gordon, 4th round pick.
I like what I see from young Oliver. I think it's fitting for Colt. Yeah. Well,
It just clicked with us too slow.
It did. Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much everyone else voted for themselves and someone that they drafted. Another thing I just realized, I jumped on board the Mason Taylor train. Alex, his comment here, voted for himself, said, I'll never tell. So we don't know who he's talking about. We don't know who his diamond in the rough is going to be.
It's a mystery.
I wonder.
Bold strategy, Cotton. I had my hopes up here because the first 4 votes that came in were all for Miller. I was really hoping we were going to have a unanimous vote there. Yeah, Jacob, you even said this Mearment will end up good by the end of the year. Yeah, the follow-up question was, will it work, though? I said 1 time, and he will victory lap it. Colt said, when has it ever? Garrett, again, big old paragraph there. Very well could work out. He's seen Miller make some trades I don't know if I would have done sometimes. Parentheses. I could say the same. You could
say the same about him.
Mm-hmm.
You should try reading the words on the paper instead of making up your own sentence.
He said, but yeah, you never know. To be honest, I don't really know the answer to this question, so I'm just putting this down. So kind of backpedaled there at the end of that. And then the last vote for Miller was Chase. He actually predicted the strategy. He said it wasn't going to work, but it was going to be Josh Allen's final stand. He starts him and no one else. So draft guru, a lot of self-voting going on. Jacob, Aaron, and Alex all voting for themselves and got 1 extra vote. Colt had 1 vote. It was himself. Do you want to read what he said here? He said, Bucky Irving, Ramondre. Oh my God, never mind. I just looked back at my previous drafts were fucking garbage.
Yeah, there was a couple people who like picked themselves, but then kind of backpedaled with the response. Chris as well was like both, but it's probably not me in all honesty.
And then you and Aaron hyping up yourselves.
Yeah, I felt like voting for yourself on that one was kind of boring, but you know, to each their own.
Yeah, but we gave the same answer, Kevin, so.
I didn't vote for myself. That's what I'm saying.
I could not vote for myself. Have you seen?
No, you could have.
It's an option.
I had.
Now we get to actually talk about fantasy football games, and we'll go ahead and kick it off.
The 2025 season is upon us. And as the grill warms up, I think it's time for a new episode of Preheat, Whole League Edition. Now, it's been 7 years since my first championship, and I think it's time to bring it home. You know, I feel like I finally got the team to win it all. And this team will actually deserve it. I figured I'd say one thing about each of your teams to let you know why I'm going to win the league this year and why you guys are all being collectively preheated. Alex, my God, stop trading away your first pick. You always, except for once, have the very first pick of the draft, and you never take it. Mir, holy fuck, bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. Garrett, sorry you got put in this horrible situation by Mir. It's just going to be an uphill battle from here on out, and I'm going to have to step on you. Chase, I know you're planning on changing your name away from Under Construction, but I think honestly it's pretty fitting because your team's pretty weak right now. You're going to want to build it up. Chris, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Jacob, I just have absolutely no faith in your projection. I don't think your team is going to be as good as Sleeper thinks it's going to be. You're going to get grilled later on, Garrett. 3-0, Chris. I'm going 3-0. Kevin, Christian McCaffrey's going to break after like week 3, so that's all I'm going to say. God damn it, Chris, you piece of shit. You're going to fucking lose. Bo, I'm scared of your team. Sorry, everyone else. I'm scared. It's because you guys keep giving him the best fucking players. Stop! Aaron, I know you're the reigning champ, but I'm not scared of you. You have to be at least top 2 or 3 most grilled individuals. Yeah, that's right. Top 2 or 3 MGIs in the league. And this year's going to be no different. Oh, would you look at that? It's time to throw you all on the grill. Look out. Get grilled.
With the only game that's across divisions, Chris and Miller, Chris Dastrophe versus the Sin City Slots. On paper, it shouldn't be close, but off of paper, on the website, it's the closest game. I don't know where I'm going.
I was gonna say, if anything, on paper, it is gonna be close.
On Bo's paper, it's not close at all.
Yeah, I have a paper over here. They're so far apart on this paper.
But anyways, Mir versus Chris. Back in the day, this QB matchup would have been amazing. But lately, Patrick Mahomes forgets how to throw the ball more than 5 yards downfield.
But yeah, I mean, it should be a good game, I think. We'll see
Well,
if Mir gets any Thursday night magic or not.
Chris has Friday night Brazil game.
Ooh, that's fun.
Oh, I didn't realize that was Friday. Yeah, I got a Friday night. Oh, Chris got a couple Friday nights.
4 of them.
3.
Oh, it's
4. Yeah, a
3
lot
of
of
them are the
Chiefs.
same team.
Yeah.
I would be so nervous if I were Chris because that field was so bad last year.
I'm nervous because Amarian Hampton starts his career off in that
We're
field.
not talking about your game, all right?
Sorry.
Jacob?
Sorry.
Speaking of Brazil, though, Brazilian steakhouses. You guys been to one of those recently? That's always fun. They bring the meat out on the big skewers, and
I've never
it's a fun
been.
time. Oh, well, you should go.
I shouldn't.
Fogo de
Go,
Chao.
go
There's
hungry.
probably one in Orlando.
Back on Chris and Miller. Chris is 6-3 against Miller all time. Miller averages 95. Chris averages 133 points against Miller. So that's
This is
the paper. Yeah, that's the
Yep.
paper I was
Mhm,
looking at.
Yeah, that is 13 points higher than Chris's average, like overall. So he definitely brings it against Mir for whatever reason. Mir is also 4 points below his career average. Mir does not bring his A game. Chris brings his A game, makes it to where, Chris wins more often than not.
Next up, Jacob versus Alex. 2 new team names. The Rocky Mountain 14ers versus Nightmare Rotation. These were the bottom 2 teams. One true to his name, the other sandbagging.
I'm going to be true to my name now and elevating to 14,000 feet. Be careful with my hand. Elevating 14,000 feet. And excelling in this year's league.
But yeah, should be good. He gets to start Nick Chubb I was really hoping to hold on to him, but I did not have enough room. I hope it. Do the Texans and Browns play? Because I just really hope he runs for like 300 yards against them.
Does not look like it, unfortunately. He does get to play the Jags twice, and Derrick Henry always blew up against the Jags, so maybe Nick Chubb can do it.
Yes.
It's always Derrick. That's Derrick Henry, though.
What I just said.
I know, but like that's a different running back.
Correct.
Aware.
There's been plenty of people who haven't blown up against. There's been plenty of people who haven't blown up against the Jags, though. So
I know, but that doesn't fit my narrative.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, I don't like your narrative.
Also, just to point out, Mason Taylor not in the starting lineup. Alex, what's up with that?
Yeah, that one is that prediction's the furthest apart in the league. So we'll see how that works out, and we'll see if Jacob banking on every young player in the league works out.
Yes.
Then we had Kevin versus Colts. Tops welcoming party for Colt there. Red
Mhm.
Rain versus Grillers. He's going to get off to a hot start. Well, he's hoping to get off to a hot start on the grill. This may be the welcome to the NFL moment. Might get absolutely blindsided here in the Tops division.
Funnily enough, pretty much our entire rosters play on Sunday, with one exception being AJ Brown on Thursday. Other than that, we're a Sunday squad
Yeah, that's not going to be fun watching Lamar Jackson.
in prime time.
Yeah. Good luck, Colt.
You got this.
You're 6-3 all time against Colt, and you average 123 to his 112, which I feel like is pretty high for him.
Yeah, that's let's see, 9 points over his career average and 2 points over my career average. So we're both higher than average.
The last time y'all played, he won 123 to 105. Next up, we had Chase versus Garrett. Another double new team name, Thunder Pirates versus Pepper Jack's Best Hose. This one's also another close projection, only 7 points as of right now. But this is a rivalry, the first of 3 matchups these two are going to have, both of the rebuild teams. I mean, that's the dark horse favorite, one of the favorites there with Garrett and Chase, one piece away.
When you look at the head-to-head, both teams averaging under 100 points. The defense comes out strong for Garrett, but Chase does have the advantage 3-1 in the series. So I do notice the one time Garrett won, he broke 100 points, which is secret formula there, Garrett.
And he's got the league MVP of Baker Mayfield, who's going to break a lot of records, according to Chase himself.
It's true.
That is true. Yeah.
gotta start
Unfortunately,
week one.
Chase does have Mike Evans, though.
Yeah, but
This-
Chase also said Emeka Ibuka
Yeah.
is going to be the breadwinner of the Baker Mayfield.
Then the last game of the week, the Classic Championship rematch, which this year, new rivals, me and Aaron, and I don't know if I want to win or not. Like I want to win, but it would also kind of piss me off that I can win every single game against Aaron except whenever I need to. He
Yeah.
has only won the very first matchup of all of Dynasty and then the championship game. So if I beat him here, I want to win, obviously, but there's going to be that little bit that's like, why?
Yeah.
Why every other
Yeah.
time?
You do always get that fun matchup with him, too, because he's got Joe Burrow to your Jamar Chase. So that's
Mhm.
always a fun thing for you to have to deal with.
Yeah, the first time we played last year, Joe Burrow scored 51, and Jamar Chase scored 41, and that really worked out. But in the championship, Jamar Chase took the week off.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
T. Higgins that week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aaron basically still has we don't have any new players, either of us, no rookies, nothing like that. Aaron basically has the exact same lineup as the championship game, minus DK, but he's got Cooper Kupp in there. I was missing Jalen Hurts, CeeDee Lamb, and Kamara in the championship game, so I get to see what this looks like at full strength, Aaron. A new rivalry we'll play 2 other times. Me and Aaron and Chase and Garrett are playing first week and last week, and one in the middle. We got a little sandwich going on.
Nice little Whopper. 3 buns. Actually, that's a Big Mac. Big Mac. 3 buns.
Well, I think that's all we got for you now. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Jacob, are you going to do a drink?
No.
All right.
Y'all have a moment where you're just like eating some cereal, a bowl of it, and you're just like, this could use more water. Liquid Death, Fruity Pebbles flavored. I'm not lying, it has Fruity Pebbles. But it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it tastes just like, honestly, the last drink of the milk, but more water. It's a weird one. Yeah, go out there and grab you some.